Hi, this is another aircraft instrument. So this is a fuel amplifier from Smith. Exactly a bridge amplifier unit, power supply 28 volt DC. So this thing seems to be old. I think during the 70s. You have the serial number W7416, so I don't know if 74 stands for the year of manufacturing, I don't know. So we have 3 sensor inputs. We have adjustment for empty and fuel. We need to remove this screw to get access to the potentiometer probably. And here we have a connector, maybe for power supply. I have only 2 pins and this one for the output. You can see this hidden plate. So let's open this thing to see what is inside and if we can do something with this. Okay. So this is interesting. We have another indication here, inverter power static. Okay, so we have an inverter here. So you have 2 transformers, maybe 1 coil, I don't know if they are both transformers. You have a little one also behind here. Another one here, maybe just a coil. And we have here what it seems to be a transistor, but I've never seen this package. I'm not sure. This may be a temperature sensor. I know there are 3 wires. And it is isolated from this metal plate here. So here we have an adjustment, and here you have three transistors in TO3, OC28. So this is a germanium power transistor. There are 3 identical ones, I think. And this seems to be 2 modules. And the sensors are connected to this module here. So I think all the interesting things are inside these modules. Maybe we can try to power this thing. So we have 2 wires here. So I guess this is power supply, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can remove this thing first. Okay. So we have on this small PCB a few passive parts, some resistors, one diode here, another one here, another one, capacitors. I will put my instrument in continuity tester mode. Okay, so I will check if the DC input is connected here. Yes, maybe. Yes, okay, so this is the DC input, the positive on the right side. So let's try to connect 28 volt here. Okay. Okay, I will check. So at the output, Oh, we have a 120 volt AC with 411 Hertz. This is interesting because I was looking for a power supply 115 volts. So this is interesting. We have this this power supply which is already available. So I will check the shape of the signal. Okay, so normally this is floating to Earth, so I can connect. I will connect to one terminal. It will be difficult. I will turn off the power supply. Okay, so this is not too bad. There is some distortion, but it looks like a sine signal. So you can see that we have a 120 volt RMS here. I'm not sure that it is possible to open this module. We try to remove. This will be difficult. Okay, so I have these two modules. You can see that there are some ceramic standoff here. It can be interesting to see what is inside. I don't know if it is potted or not. So that code is 7016 7105. This thing is heavier than this one. But it is difficult because I need to remove all the wires, and if I want to test I need to resolder everything. This is a bit complicated. I think I will cut the wires and it will be better. Okay. So let's see what we have inside. I don't know how I will remove this. Okay, so I cut this thing with a saw all around here. So let's see what is inside. Maybe I need to cut this spacer here. I'm not sure. I thought it was a transformer, but no, it's just 4 transistors. And other parts. I remove this adhesive. Okay, this is old-fashioned assembly. Okay, so we have some capacitors, resistors, diode. There's a date code here, 7016. And then this side, there is maybe at least one capacitor inside here. Okay, we need to remove this ring here. Okay, so this is a module. I don't know what is the purpose of this thing. Maybe an amplifier or something like that. The other one will be more difficult. I would like to test this thing, but it will be difficult to resolder all this thing, and I need to reverse this thing. It will be painful also. This kind of 3D assembly. It's not like a PCB here, it's more difficult. And also I wanted to keep this inverter for testing instruments, which works with 115 volt AC. Yes, I think I will not test this thing, we'll just take this thing apart and see what is inside, because it is too complicated and this kind of amplifier is not very interesting anyway. Okay, so I will cut all these wires. Okay, so I need to cut somewhere here to be sure, but not here because I don't want to damage the PCB. I think this is more or less the same construction, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I will cut here. Okay, so this is the second module. Okay, and this one has a transformer inside. Okay, so we have accurate capacitors here. 120 picofarad, 1%, 62 picofarad, plus or minus 1 picofarad. Some resistors. So this is probably the input circuit, a kind of a bridge. The other circuit is just an amplifier. That code of this thing is 71. So I will keep this inverter, I will reuse when I will have to test something which is supplied with 115 volt AC. I can test the maximum power for this thing. I will connect the load resistor and we'll see what the maximum power. Okay, so I will measure 123 volts RMS. So I will connect the load. So I will test with a load of 1.2 kilo ohm. So we have 124 volt RMS at no load. It's not good. I will try with two resistors. Okay, so this is not too bad. 115 volt RMS. And the maximum power, I can calculate 115 squared divided by 2400. Maximum power is 5 watts. And input power, I can calculate the efficiency of this thing. So I have 28 volt. Current is 0.5 amp or something like that. I don't see clearly. .4 amp, an input power of 11 watts, so the efficiency is 50% or something like that. There is some distortion, but I think it's okay for using instruments. So for small instruments it should be possible to supply with this thing. It is a bit noisy, but yeah, because it is on this it is acceptable otherwise. Okay, so this was this vintage fuel amplifier unit with embedded inverter and 2 modules. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.